One Gospel, Part 73. In Caesarea of Philippi, Jesus reveals who he really is. Once Jesus and his disciples went on to the villages around the region of Caesarea Philippi. On the way, when Jesus was praying in private and his disciples were with him, he asked them, "Who do people say I am?" They replied, "Some say John the Baptist, others say Elijah, and still others that Jeremiah or one of the prophets of long ago has come back to life." "But what about you?" he asks. "Who do you say I am?" Simon Peter answered, "You are the Christ of God, the Son of the living God." Jesus replied, "Blessed are you, Simon, son of Jonah, for this was not revealed to you by man, but by my Father in heaven. And I tell you that you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of Hades will not overcome it. I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven. Whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven." Then Jesus strictly warned them not to tell anyone about him that he was the Christ. And from that time on he then began to teach them that the Son of Man must go to Jerusalem and suffer many things, and be rejected by the elders, chief priests, and teachers of the law, and that he must be killed and after 3 days rise again. He spoke plainly about this, and Peter took him aside and began to rebuke him. "Never, Lord," he said, "this shall never happen to you." But when Jesus turned and looked at his disciples, he rebuked Peter. "Get behind me, Satan," he said. "You are a stumbling block to me. You do not have in mind the things of God, but the things of men." Then he called the crowd to him along with his disciples and said to them all, "If anyone would come after me, he must deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me. For whoever wants to save his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life for me and for the gospel will save it. What good is it for a man to gain the whole world, yet lose or forfeit his soul? Or what can a man give in exchange for his soul? If anyone is ashamed of me and my words in this adulterous and sinful generation, the Son of Man will be ashamed of him when he comes in his glory and in his Father's glory with the holy angels. And then he will reward each person according to what he has done." And he said to them, "I tell you the truth, some who are standing here will not taste death before they see the kingdom of God come with power."